What's up, you guys? Sergeant Boss here. You may be wondering what I have planned for you. Also, why am I holding Georgie in this video? Well, we're about to find out right now. Okay, the reason why I was holding Georgie at the beginning is because I recently watched another horror movie. This movie happens to be a Universal Pictures, Universal Classic Monsters. This is the Invisible Man review and spoilers. Ha 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 ha! Happy fall to everybody. I felt it's a good fall movie to watch. Is the 2020 adaptation of The Invisible Man. Why do I like this movie so much? About to find out. If you do not know what The Invisible Man is, it's pretty much a Universal horror movie. It came out in 1933, I believe. There's a lot of Universal monsters like Boris Karloff. There's so many cool different monsters like Frankenstein. There's Creature from Black Lagoon. There's the Mummy. There's the Bride of Frankenstein. There's the Invisible Man. There's so many cool creatures you could talk about this video, but this one I'm more specifically talking about the new Invisible Man. So if you didn't know about the Invisible Man, it takes place at 3 a.m. in the morning. So this movie takes place at 3 a.m. in the morning because the girl named Cecilia, aka that name means blind, and probably Greek. I watched DC's World, sorry. So she was escaping from her abusive boyfriend relationship. So she's leaving all of that worries behind her, and she is literally going to be stalked for the rest of the movie. She left, thought she got freedom, but she realized that spoilers, that her boyfriend is still alive. Because the boyfriend murdered himself, quote unquote, by not murdering him, which was really interesting to see that. That's very much how the movie opens up. It's about Cecilia, and she discovers that her ex-boyfriend is still alive, and tries to kind of intimidates her a lot throughout the film, which is really intimidates her and antagonizes her, and just kind of pushing her to the point that she did the breaking point. She doesn't want to tap out like this, like ding 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 ding. Like that. It just was very cool. It's very violent at times, very dark. James is the police officer in the movie, which is really cool. She lost her relationship with her sister because the Invisible Man literally hacked into her email account and sent a nasty email, which she did not say, and she literally fell to the floor crying. And then there's a scene where in a Chinese restaurant where the actual murder of her sister happened, but Cecilia was accused of murder, which did not happen, which luckily she escaped the mental hospital in order to fight the Invisible Man. One of my favorite parts in the whole film is how the relationships of James and Cecilia work out in the film, but it's really like almost seeing like the 360 view of the Invisible Man. There's a lot of questions I want to have been answered in this film. Obviously, who is the Invisible Man, and why the idea of stalking somebody? Because he has actually a full camera suit. It's like a black suit, almost like we see for CGI. The little, I don't say corn puffs, but little puffy styrofoam puffs, I believe what they're called, all over the head, all over the shoulders, legs, etc. Almost like that with one of the camera. She found the suit. There's two suits. Also, there's a lawyer in the movie that gives her a ton of money, and later on became this really weird monologue at the prison office, which I thought was almost intriguing. Also, it just was a lot of fun seeing all the characters interact with each other. They work beautifully. The cast was pretty cool together. It almost feels like a indie film at times, but not really an indie film, if you know what I mean. It was a phenomenal film. The ending was whoa, hold your horses here. That ending's I'm gonna give you this. I'm not spoiling anything about the ending, but how does this sound? Invisible man, bottom, instead of the visible woman, bottom. Sorry, Sergeant, the drum quick hit. I just really want to mention that the whole ending was intriguing. I was like, whoa, the whole dinner scene, getting back with the ex was cool. The ex was actually trapped underneath the wall for the entire time, and Zeus is there too. I'm like, why did the lawyer and him work together? It's almost like watching two twins, from The Shining, which I've not seen yet, but it was a really cool film and really cool. I'm gonna give this movie probably a solid 8 out of 10. Probably the best 2020 horror film I've seen. That's the only horror film I've seen in the 2020 era that came out in 2020. I know. I watch a lot of other horror movies that are classics, not the original good stuff. you know, I really like this movie a lot. I think your family will like it. It's probably one of the first like horror movies to start as a family. Not a lot of jump scares. There's some times with different sound effects popping out, just to kind of creep you out with like the whole being invisible concept of the film, which I think would be an incredible thing to be invisible in the future. I just really wish I could be invisible at times, but and then like the whole ending was really crazy, and just the whole relationship's building up. I want to know why she stuck there. Like, did he murder the parents? I'm like kind of confused. Like some of the stuff you might explain in the comments to me, but other than that, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Just a very phenomenal film. There's not a lot of humor, just kind of dark at times, kind of creepy, kind of violent. It just other than that, it's just a very phenomenal film. So ending the video now. So if you guys like and subscribe to Such a Boss for more videos like this in the future. And also thanks for watching. Such a Boss. Peace.